What's good, everybody? Spektrades back here. In this video, we're going over how to make 5 to 10% a month with one simple setup. Foremost, my name is Wendell, but I go by the alias Spektrades. I am a full-time day trader and have been in the financial markets for half a decade. I specialize in ICT smart money concepts. My goal is to simplify smart money concepts and help you shorten your path to success. If you want to stay up to date with me, make sure to check out my Instagram at Spektrades. I have been a mentor to over 1,000+ students, and if you want to join me for daily trading plus private lessons, you can just click the link in my bio. You'll find all the links. My Instagram, I post reels and I just post daily markups to keep you updated and always keep you refreshed. Without further ado, let's get into it. And before we hop on the charts, we have to go over our criteria. So the first thing we have to do is learn a strategy / develop a trading plan and gain an edge in the markets, right? That's the first thing first, right? Before you start thinking about making 5 to 10% a month with one simple setup, you have to learn a strategy. You have to develop a trading plan, and you have to gain an edge in the markets. So if you're a true beginner, you don't have a strategy, you don't have a trading plan, and you don't have an edge in the markets, right? Check the link down below, right? I have a free course that also has a trading plan PDF inside of it, and also a psychology ebook in there also. So it's all in one, right? A trading course, it's a 1 hour long, a trading plan, and in a psychology ebook also to help you gain an edge in the market. So you have the first one. So I have the first one covered for you, right? Check the link down below, is the free course down below. And for the second criteria is to only trade 3 to 4 trading days out of 5 trading days, right? So a lot of people will tell you more trading days is better, but less is better, right? Because less is forcing you now to only look for optimal setups, right? That's the only thing we're looking for is optimal key setups. If we don't find those optimal key setups, we just sit out because less is better, right? And in the long run, right? Because we're just gonna compound until we get this percent right here. We're gonna see how easy it is, right, to make an extra 5,000, right, or an extra $10,000 a month, right? An extra 5 to 10% a month on your account. And then for number 3, we're gonna get into the strategy itself, is that we have to start from the higher time frames, right? The 4 hour to the 1 hour. So the 4 hour and the 1 hour is going to be our strategy, right? Is where we are mainly at, I would say, right? Is where we are mainly just looking for setups and looking for patterns to happen, right? So on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, because that's where on the lower time frames, right? Because once we trade inside of our kill zones, right, this is what makes simple setup so powerful, right? Is that we're gonna initiate it inside of our kill zone, right? Inside of our London kill zone or New York kill zone. So that's what makes this so powerful. So once we see our 4 hour to 1 hour zone, just like we see here, we have a 4 hour to 1 hour point of interest. So may have been a sort of order block, right? So let's say this is a 4 hour order block right here. So now during our kill zone, right, during our London kill zone, right, if we are Euro traders, right, that's not in the USA, you can trade from the 2 a.m. Eastern to 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So you just gotta switch that for yourself, right? 2 a.m. EST to 5 a.m. EST, right? So just calculate that for your country, right? And then for USA traders, right, like me, I trade from 8 a.m. EST. Personally, I get on the charts, right, at 9 a.m. but I start looking at the markets at 8 a.m. So I trade from 8 a.m. right, that's the New York kill zone, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. So that's like when I am on the charts and I am actively trading from that time frame. And this is when the setup appears on the charts, right? So as you can see during our kill zone, so let's just put this right here. So this is like the beginning of our kill zone right here, right? The beginning of our kill zone. Price is gonna tap inside of our higher time frame interest in our 4 hour point of interest or our 1 hour point of interest. And then during inside of our kill zone from this time frame right here, say this is 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here, this is where our setup will appear, right? And then all we have to do is just either enter here or scale down even to the lower time frame and catch us a more confirmation entry, and then we're just going to be attacking old lows, right? It's just a simple setup that appears every single day, I would say, right? But when you see it with better higher time frame confluence, right, and you just wait on your wait on the setup, that's when it's even better, I would say, right? So let me just remove some stuff. And then for the next criteria is that we wait for price to give a liquidity sweep in a displacement inside of our higher time frame zone during our kill zone time. So as you guys can see, clean, we have a liquidity sweep of these old highs inside of our 4 hour point of interest, right, during our kill zone time. So let me bring our time bar back. So this is like 8 a.m. and this is 11 a.m. I meant. So this has to happen inside of our kill zone time. So a liquidity sweep, and then a break, and then inside of our kill zone, clean. And then price is gonna give us a break of structure. That's fire, right? That's all we're looking for, is a liquidity sweep inside of our zone during our kill zone time. And then for our next criteria, we're gonna execute, right? Once price has tapped inside of our zone, we're gonna execute on the lower time frame. We're gonna scale down on the 5 minutes to the 3 minutes to the 1 minute, and then look for a lower time frame setup, get in on those, and then attack old lows, right? And then as you guys can see, some simple formula right here. If you get 1.5 R on each of your trades, right? Say that you take 3 trades in a week, right? If you get 1.5 R, that's 5% a week, right? If you take 3 trades on those weeks, right? Say this is like a 125 from here to here. If you catch one of these trades, right? One every single week, right? And you get 3 of those a month, that's 5% a month. If you catch 6 of those trades in 1 month, that's 10% a month, right? If every week you just showed up every single day, you see this happen, right? Either in a sell format or a buy format, is the same exact thing, right? Liquidity sweep of the old lows, break of structure, inducement, clear it inside of our higher time frame zone though, during our kill zone time, right? That's what we're looking for. So it's easy to make 5 to 10% a month with like a simple setup, right? Like one model too, right? So it's less trades, right? Just like I put right here, it's less trades but greater setups, right? Because you are taking less trades, right? But you are giving yourself more time, right? To look for better confluences. Has price tap into a higher time frame zone? If it hasn't, even though price has given you displacement, you can probably like don't take that trade, right? Because you're giving yourself more time now to giving yourself more confirmation. You're not in a rush, right? Because now you're not chasing 1 to 5% every single day. You're just chasing 1.5%, if that makes sense. All you're trying to get is just 1.5 R. 1.5 R times 3, that's 5%, right? That's all you're trying to get. 1.5 R times 6, that's 10%. So that's all you're trying to get is 1.5 R times not 1, 2 R, right? Not 1, 2, 2, not 1, 2, 3s, right? Just get the basics, right? This is just to get the basics, right? Because once you master this down, you can grow and just get better. So now let's hop on the charts and just execute this in action. Now that we're on the charts, the first thing I stated is for us to look at our higher time frame. So now we're on the 4 hour, and we can see that price came and tapped into a 4 hour fair value gap. As you guys can see, this is like a 4 hour fair value gap. So these higher time frame zones right here, when price comes into them and tap into them, we can scale down on the lower time frames now, and during our kill zone we can see if price will may give us a certain reversal, because these higher time frame zones are stronger than the lower time frame zone. But because they are so big on the higher time frames, we have to scale down on the lower time frames to catch us that even sniper entry. So now we have our higher time frame zones, our 4 hour fair value gap. Let's just label that. And now let's go down to the 15 minutes. And now that we're on the 15 minutes, as you guys can see, price came and tapped into our 4 hour fair value gap right here. Price also came and tapped into a zone right here inside of our Asian range. As you guys can see, price mitigated this old gap right here and gave us a break of structure. So now this low right here would give support, right? This is a strong low. So make sure you guys watch that strong high and weak low video also. So this is a strong low, and then price came inside and tapped into our 4 hour fair value gap, right? So now we can scale down even lower, right, on the 1 minute even, to see now even more price action. And now on the 1 minute, as you guys can see, we are seeing more price action as price came inside of this 4 hour fair value gap. We have our higher time frame bias. We went from the 4 hour, the 15 minutes, and now the 1 minute, right? We are understanding why is the higher time frame may give us some support in this zone right here. So we are not scaling down to the lower time frames with just blindness, right? We know exactly what we are looking for. So as price came down inside of our zone, we know that price gave us a liquidity sweep of these old lows right here, and then give us a break of structure of this internal range high. And then as you guys can see, price left us this beautiful bullish engulfing order block right here. And then all we have to do is just take the 50% of this bullish engulfing order block, and we had internal range liquidity right above it. So price came back down, right? At what time? 10 a.m., right? Right between the New York kill zone time, from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., right? So at 10:07 a.m., price tapped inside of our zone. Place your entry, stop loss at the old low, the strong low, and then you're just scaling in, or you're taking your profit at the buy side liquidity, the old high, right? Just for a 5 to 1 R. So quick trades, right? These are just quick, and this happens inside your kill zone, and you have a higher time frame bias, right, to lead you to the lower time frames, so you're not scared when you are initiating this, right? You're not thinking that price is suddenly just gonna reverse down on you. You know that the higher time frames will give you support, right? That's why when price is pushing down, to your entry, you shouldn't be scared, right? This is a strong low, right? Just like we stated on the 15 minutes, this is a strong low. Price is not gonna push past this strong low. You can put your stop loss right below this low right here, right? Just in case price just might push out and just push higher, right? But price will not violate this strong low right here. So this is just a clean setup right here, executed on the New York time frame, as you guys can see. 8 a.m., 11 a.m., clean, right? Price tap inside of a higher time frame zone, inside liquidity sweep, break of structure, order block, internal range liquidity, clears it, taps inside of our zone, confirmation entry, right? Now we are confirmed, right? We know that price wants to head higher now. We just place our entry, target old highs, clean, right? How easy can that get? How simple can that get to generate 5 to 10% a month, right? So go back on your charts and back test this and let me know what you think. If you guys have any more video suggestions, make sure you guys let me know in the comment section down below. If you are interested in joining my Patreon, it's patreon.com/SpecTradersHub, or the first link in the description. And right here we have the Spektrades Hub, where you can access the live trading with me every single morning on the Zoom calls. And right here we have our main scalping mastery strategy course right here that we have also. So is it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Spektrades out.